Hello, YouTube. How are you? Friendly neighborhood crustacean swimming over to you. Yes. You guys like my hair up, back in the ponytail, or somewhere, or do you like it down? Better down. Comments. Put it in the comments. What do you think? Or with the young guy always puts in the comments, "Hi, Mr. Troll." You know who you are. You know. I have a troll, guys. It's amazing. Maybe I shouldn't say that in a video. I don't really care. It's kind of aggravating sometimes, but you know what? That just means my videos are going to end up more into your feed. So I guess you like them. I don't lose. You do. You don't. Anyway, back on subject. So, whoopee. So there's this YouTuber that I watch, and she does, her website is Neo Feminine Astrology. Now this video is not sponsored by her or anything. I just like her, and I just thought I'd share. If that's a problem, you guys let me know. If she sees this and she has a problem, she'd let me know, and we don't do it again. We talk about it. So anyway, she was talking about how on Friday there's going to be a lunar eclipse, and I was like, I don't really remember knowing a whole lot about a lunar eclipse. I was like, I know this happens and that happens, and and I remember the first one I saw was with my grandma, and I was at her apartment building, and I was sitting out. They had balconies, and I was sitting out there and watching the eclipse with a bunch of other people. So I thought, well, I want to look up some information about lunar eclipse. And if you guys already know this, cool. If you learn something new, that's even better. So, here we go. So, lunar eclipse. What is happening? Well, a lunar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the earth and into its umbrella, shadow. This can occur only after the sun, earth, and moon are aligned in sync. Okay. Exactly, or very close to the earth and in the middle, with the earth in the middle. Hence, a lunar eclipse can only occur the night of a full moon. So you have to have the earth, the sun, and the moon lined up. You have to have a full moon, and you have to have everything, lined up. So, yeah. And science, it's called a pre-umbrella. I probably mispronounced that, sorry. The light from the sun is partially blocked by the earth, but it's not completely. As an observer standing on the moon within the earth's pre-umbrella would see part of the sun obscured, that is, they would see a partial solar eclipse from the earth, and when the moon passes through the pre-umbrella, we see it dimming due to the reduced light, although in practice it can be hard to see with the eye. The umbrella and the light from the sun is completely blocked by the earth. Our lunar observer would see also solar eclipse. We see the moon's darkened but glowing a dull red from light scattered by the earth's atmosphere, and that comes from a Cameron Iron Smith. She wrote the article that I got that from. And pretty much what they're saying there is that how you would see it is pretty much just like you're just seeing the shadow or the reflection of the earth. And that's what we just talked about, how it needed to be synced up. Now, with anything in the sky, there is a whole lot of spiritual stuff with it. And with a lunar eclipse, a new moon or conjunction is used when you want to start something new or try to break some old patterns. This is the time of the month when you would attempt to start or do these kind of things. The new moon is a time of initializing and looking within yourself. And that's from Cafe Astrology. Now, Mom, before you freak out, you're looking at astrology stuff. No. I was just looking at source system. Mom, it's okay. It's okay, Mom. It's okay. So, I should put her on this video sometime. Whew. I love you, Mommy. Anyway. So what it's saying there is, like, from a spiritual side, the new moon is a time to look in yourself. And when the moon's full, it's not new. It's actually new moon is when you don't see the moon. That's the new moon. So it's kind of interesting. Okay, so a lunar eclipse is well, you guys don't like this one, a supermenstrual, a wolf howler version of a full moon. It will do a great job of purging and releasing things from our lives that no longer serve our higher selves. The bright light of the sun throws a spotlight on our subconscious to illuminate the issues within our primary relationships that have been festering there since the previous solar eclipse. With the lunar eclipse, and the earth comes between the sun and the moon. And that comes from a lady named Marianne. Alright, what they're saying there is that this is a time to look within yourself, to look at relationships, to just do kind of a self-examination. Say, okay, what do I have to deal within myself about? What can I correct about myself? And what relationships in my life are unhealthy? Which ones are healthy? How can I make them better? That kind of a thing. You know what? That's a good thing to look at anyway. Whether it's an eclipse, new moon, full moon, or whatever, girlfriend. It's a good time to look at it, whatever. Alright. During a lunar eclipse, the earth gets in the way of the sun's light hitting the moon. This means that during the night, a full moon fades away as Earth's shadow covers its up space. Covers it. Well, that comes from Up Space Place, a NASA website. So it's saying that, you know, the Earth gets in and says, "Now I'll take your spotlight right now, moon. You can just like push aside, girlfriend." And it's like, "Oh, that was my light. Maybe it's not my light. You get no light for like all this time. I don't get that much light, okay? I only get your reflection. I only get the sun's reflection, okay? Just calm yourself. Give me my light back." Huh. Yeah, the moon gets kind of pouty. So, alright. I do those things and then I'm like, where was I at in my notes? Okay, so what do people believe about the lunar eclipse? Well, many ancient cultures saw solar or lunar eclipses as challenges to the normal order of things. This C.E. Crumps, director of the Griffin Observatory in Los Angeles, said that things that shouldn't be happening are happening. And this Jan J. Lee wrote the article that I got that from. So, like what they're saying here is that ancient cultures thought that the lunar eclipse was an omen of bad things, things that shouldn't be happening. I don't know. Maybe. Hey. Some of you would say, well, that's why Trump became president. I don't know. I don't think that had anything to do with it, but okay. Personally. So what is going on in nature is the thing. What's going on in nature? Well, in nature, the eclipses are known to have an effect on the conductivity of the atmosphere, especially the E region, which in turn affects the Earth's magnetic field. Steining states that the largest effect of a lunar tides on the geometric field occurs in the morning around the time of the equinox. Though it seems that the lunar trigger is apparent, geologists nevertheless argue that underlying process remains obscure, and as discussed in previous things, a solar linkage and possibly other factors have to be considered. So what they're saying here is that they really don't know all the details of how a lunar eclipse affects us, affects the Earth. You know, if you ever hear people say, oh, it's a full moon, like I and my mom, we used to work in medical, and I used to work with kids. I tell you, the full moon, they affect those kids. Those kids are crazy. Those patients, she tell me the same thing. The patients are crazy. All kinds of, and then when the people who have mental health issues, they act crazy. I mean, the word lunacy comes from the word, moon, if you look it all up. So, well, and when it comes down to it, okay, what does that mean for us? What should we do during a lunar eclipse? Some people believe you should eat, you shouldn't eat. Some people believe you shouldn't do certain things, you should do certain things. The girl I originally got the idea from this video from said, said that, if you believe in such things, you should do like a ritual I know my Muslim friends during eclipses when I was growing up would have a certain prayer that they would do for eclipses and stuff. So, I mean, do you, boo. It ain't gonna hurt. You know, it ain't gonna hurt. Do you, boo. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one.